Welcome back, Cringeaholics, to another episode of the Crypt of Cringe. Today, we're not just talking about a bad movie that we watched. We are documenting a cinematic atrocity. We are blasting off into one of the most infamous examples of the dreaded and suddenly they're in space sequel curses. That's right. We're talking about 1996's cosmic catastrophe. Leprechaun 4 in space. Doom, doom. Holy shit. We watched this movie a while back now. We're recording this like way after because we had a mishap with recording last time. And so we finally got the time to get this episode down. Our schedules aligned. I'm off today. Mel's off today. So we decided we were going to record this episode, and I don't even have anything positive to say at all about this movie. Okay, maybe one or two things, but that's about it. Because holy shit. And you picked this movie.
This was my pick. I heard horrible things about this movie, but then I heard some good things about this movie. So I looked up the reviews and I'm like, I have to watch this.
I just remember we're sitting on the couch, and from the get-go, I was like, what the hell are you making me watch? Because it was absolutely atrocious from the start. The CGI is just, oh my God. But we'll get there. So let's forget the luck of the Irish, grab your helmets, grab your gold, and buckle in. Because this isn't just a movie, it's a dumpster fire floating through the galaxy. We're talking bottom of the barrel franchise killing so bad it's painful filmmaking. But it did not kill the franchise.
No.
Because after this, we got Leprechaun in the Hood. Which I don't even know if that's worse than Leprechaun in Space, because I've never seen. Part 3 was the last one I saw. And you made me watch this one. And mind you, we have all the films.
He bought it.
I did. Well, I bought it because
so bad, but he bought it.
No. I bought it in a collector set for the reason that we covered the first Leprechaun movie on Gore and More for St. Patty's Day. So it was the same price to get the Leprechaun Blu-ray or the entire series Blu-ray. So I went for the entire series. So I guess we need to dive into Leprechaun in the Hood and Back to the Hood as well.
Yeah,
just to see. I want to see if it got better or if it got worse.
I mean, it's called Leprechaun in the Hood. I'm pretty sure it just continues getting worse.
Well, you would think that, but Leprechaun in the Hood was decent enough for them to say, you know what? Let's go back to the hood. So, I mean, how bad could it be? But then again, you can say that about this. They said, you know what? We went to space. Let's take them to the hood, which makes absolutely no sense.
Which one came first, by the way? I know we looked this
one did. This is Leprechaun 4.
Leprechaun in Space or Jason X in Space?
I think Leprechaun in this one was first because Jason X came out in, let me see, Jason X. Oh no, this one, this one came out in 96 and Jason X came out in 2001.
Okay.
And Jason X is loads better.
Well, it came out in 2001.
People have their opinions about that movie, but that is hands down one of my favorite movies. It's goofy, but it's, I don't know, man. Just seeing Jason when he comes out as Uber Jason, he's all fucking ripped and shit, metallic. Like it's awesome. It's
I like
so
the
awesome.
boob scenes that are not boob scenes.
Yeah, because she's an android. She doesn't have boobs.
So good.
I mean,
and then it's just a hologram of boobs.
Yes. But we're not here to talk about that movie because that's an actual good movie. We're here to talk about Leprechaun. So before we start talking about it,
let's talk about the reviews.
Yeah, let's quote some of the critics that and not just critics, movie audience goers.
Yeah.
That talked about this. So you go ahead, you read the first one, I'll go.
So someone said, as one poor soul put it, maybe one of the least excusable and suddenly they're in space sequel horror has ever had to suffer through. That's a 2 out of 5.
Damn. So another viewer said, deep into the franchise, asked in a moment of pure desperation, I'm on Leprechaun 4. So far, It sucks. When does it get better? The answer, it doesn't. That's a 1 out of 5.
Last but not least, but our favorite, the one that perfectly sums it up, Leprechaun 4 sucks. Harry Moose Cock. I am considered retarded for even watching the piece of shit movie.
Now, remember, these are not our words. These are words from movie viewers that have watched this dumpster fire. Or Moosecock, Harry Moosecock.
Harry Moosecock.
Needless to say, nobody was feeling the luck of the Irish. Now let the cringe begin, because we are opening this movie with some of the worst, absolute worst Windows, not like Windows, what, like XP?
Yeah.
I don't even know what video graphics they use, but from the get-go, it's like watching an episode of the cartoon Reboot. I know you probably don't remember the cartoon Reboot, but there was this very, very, back in the day, it was awesome animation, but it was not awesome animation, just very, very mediocre.
Right.
But it opens like that. It doesn't give you any of that actually in space. You can tell it is shitty CGI, worst of the worst, bottom of the barrel. Like they said, you know what? We're going to spend all the budget on Warwick Davis's makeup and fuck everything else.
Right.
So we open and the year is 2096. 2096. So we're in the future.
Yeah.
The leprechaun is not in a well. He's not in a city, but he's on a distant planet hoarding treasure. And wait for it, he is scheming to marry Princess Zarina. I mean, she was kind of hot. I'm not going to lie.
She was. She was. I liked her cute little heels in space.
Yeah. Of course, you have to wear heels in space. It gave me vibes of like old school, like 1960s sci-fi alien princess vibes.
Just wish her outfit resembled in space.
It was more like Xena than anything.
No, do not.
No, I'm just saying her. It looked like something.
Disrespect Xena.
It looked like something
Xena's
that you would see in Xena.
Outfit was according
No.
to
I'm not saying Xena's outfit. I'm saying like
the age she was representing.
Background actors in Xena wore this outfit. So, and the romance between our leprechaun and Princess Zarina, it's cringy as shit. They both plan to murder each other on the wedding night for power and wealth. That's fucking true love.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to kill your spouse, are you even really in love?
Yeah, what's the point?
What's the point? So who's there to stop this intergalactic wedding, though, but a team of generic space marines? They try to make them like badass space marines from Alien, and it fails.
So bad.
So bad. But they're not there because he's evil. They're there because he's interfering with space mining operations. Okay. The Marines are all generic caricatures. We get the musclehead, the nerd, the loudmouth, the token hero, you name it, they're there. And not any of these Marines are memorable at all. I couldn't even tell you their names, what they look like. They were just basic white bread fucking people. Yep. The only one that was memorable, I will say, is because I saw her in Home Improvement. It was the actress that played Heidi in Home Improvement. The only fucking memorable person of the Space Marines. So you want to talk about the next part? Because holy shit.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see. In the first act's climax, the leprechaun is wielding a glowing green lightsaber. Knockoff. So I'm sorry, when he took that out.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
When the lightsaber came out, I was just like, it wasn't even stiff enough.
Yeah. It reminded me more of Spaceballs than Star Wars.
Exactly. It was trying to be a lightsaber without fully trying. Anyway, and gets blown up by the Marines. He appears to die spectacularly fashion, only for the single most unbelievably stupid resurrection in history of horror cinema.
So there's a Marine, his name's Kowalski, and he pees on the leprechaun. We're not joking, folks. He pisses on the leprechaun.
After he kills him.
After he kills him, yeah. And then
stuffs his shit with like gold.
And then the leprechaun spirit hitches a ride up the pee stream like he's some kind of parasite into Kowalski's wiener.
Yep.
And that's how the leprechaun comes back. So I feel like we need to pause right here and ask, like, did the writers just make this up on the spot? And more importantly, is this the single dumbest, most disrespectful resurrection method like ever
I
in
don't know,
history?
but I feel like someone was high
And they had to have been
or
high or
drunk. I
coked
don't
up or
know.
some shit. They're like, you know what? Here's how he's gonna come back. He's gonna hitch a ride on his pee. The spirit of the leprechaun is gonna hitch a ride. Write it down. Write it. That's how it's gonna happen.
Unless the idea was so stupid that it was so funny and became an inside joke that they had to put it in the movie.
No, there's no fucking way.
would've.
I say yes, this is possibly the stupidest resurrection I've ever seen in a horror movie. And like, how did Warwick Davis feel when he read this on script?
I know he's still an amazing actor, mind you.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, but
this did not affect his career, by the way.
No, not at all. Of course not. I mean, he could play the leprechaun in thousands of shitty movies. It
And
doesn't
he'll be
matter,
great.
and he's still gonna be great. But could you imagine him reading the script and being like, "Oh, yeah, I guess fuck it, I'll do it. Sure, why not? It's a paycheck, right? How much am I getting paid for this?" Which I don't have that information, but
Exactly.
I wish I did. So then we're back on the ship. The Marines have Zarina in tow because she got knocked out or some shit. Or no, they thought she was dead or something. I don't even remember. It was
I thought
that
did they not inject her with something?
I don't remember. Like I
they
said,
did.
it was not that memorable. So
Put her to sleep.
But we meet our new nightmare fuel, and that's in the form of Dr. Mittenhand. And he's a half man, half machine scientist obsessed with using Zarina's
German.
DNA to restore his mutilated body. Now, this man is a cyborg in a sense, which we don't find out till later because we just see him on screen. But he's like on a TV, like that old Pepsi guy, or was it Pepsi or Coca-Cola? Max Headfield or whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah.
But we don't see that he's this grotesque mutilated thing until later on. But he wants to use Zarina's DNA because her body regenerates, which is really cool because I think like her hand or her arm or something regenerates. But he's like a super low budget Davros from Doctor Who mixed with like Darth Vader, but not in a cool way.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. And then we get the Leprechaun's return. So Kowalski and another Marine are about to get it on. And I'm like, yes, we're finally going to see some boobs. And we, in fact, did not see boobs.
No.
What we saw was the birth of the leprechaun out of his wiener. Like straight up out his wiener. It's like a chest burster in Alien, but it comes from his crotch.
The pause that we took in the movie to look at each other and be like, that just fucking happened.
Yeah, it was very traumatizing if in fact you do have a wiener, because I feel like it's a scene we didn't need.
I feel like if we were drunk, it would have been great.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime a cringy moment I wish we still drank while we do this podcast.
Oh, it would be so hilarious.
Because we could take shots every time there's a cringy moment, and we would probably be dead by the end of the movies that we watch. Because wow,
can we like after this, kid? Can we do like Wine Wednesdays?
Yeah, we can do Wine Wednesdays and watch our fucking horror movies, and yeah, we'll see that. I don't know. That might lead into another kid though. So
oh yeah, you never know. Yeah, we're okay.
You know how you get when you're drinking. So I don't know if that's a good idea. So
I do not apologize.
No, don't ever. From here, the leprechaun starts killing Marines one by one in like the worst ways possible. And then he's just filled with like cringy puns. They're not even like good puns. No. Like in Leprechaun 1, the puns are kind of cringy, but at least they fit. And then the gore is just so cartoony.
It is.
Like we get that one kill later on where the dude's head gets smashed.
Yeah.
And instead of his head exploding or anything, it's just like cartoonishly flat up against the wall. It's dumb.
Yeah. I feel like they spend majority of the money on Warwick's face paint and prosthetics.
Yeah. Maybe.
And the rest was just chump change.
I don't know. But I just felt like the deaths, they're very forgettable. One's crushed by a container, which, ooh, okay. The mid-sex scene, you know, he gets blown up. But the real moment goes, the real moment the movie goes, you know, from bad to what the fuck am I watching, is when Dr. Mittenhand gets tricked by the leprechaun. So this is
Wait, I'm sorry. That's for you. That's the part.
Well, yeah, because it was stupid.
Okay,
Like,
right. It was dumb. I think for me it was when the doctor's assistant gives you the idea that he's gay.
Okay. I forgot about that guy. See,
How do you
I
forget?
forgot about him. So the assistant, the doctor's assistant, very flamboyant. He's hitting on one of the Marines, and you're like, okay, this dude's gay. But then he sees
because he literally tells the Marine, "Oh, you got what was it? Something on the lines of you have the wrong idea. Like I'm not into you. You know what? I'm not into her, or some shit like that. I don't know."
And so then when he's alone with Zarina's unconscious body, by the way, he starts like being very, very creepy around her and touching her weird. And then doesn't he like start like sniffing her feet or some shit?
Licking her feet.
He's licking her feet. And then Dr. Mittenhand's like, what the hell are you doing? And he's like, oh.
So you're like, what the fuck is going on?
But I just feel like the doctor's supposed to be this smart dude. He's like one of the smartest dudes in this universe. And he gets tricked into injecting himself with a DNA cocktail that includes spider DNA, scorpion DNA, and then Mittenhand mutates into what we call Mitten Spider, which is a truly horrifying low-budget CGI puppet that looks exactly like a reject from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but not in a good way. Power Rangers was awesome. This was crap. This was like sci-fi original movie levels of awful. And I feel like maybe this was a sci-fi original movie. Maybe, I don't know, but it gives those vibes. It gives the vibes that, holy shit, what are we watching? What are we watching here? Whose cocaine-fueled nightmare was this? And it's just like the puns, they just keep coming and they're so bad. And I don't know what's worse, the unfunny puns or the Marines acting, because it's like a
so one thing we're not telling the audience right now is one of the Marines, or one of the ladies that's part of the Marines, she's actually a doctor. So she's not a real Marine.
Yeah, she's not even a Marine. Like we get
that has a love interest with one of the
Marines. Yeah. And so she's begrudgingly added to the team and doesn't really know much. It's just, I don't know. It's just stupid. It's pretty bad. But we do get to see Zarina's boobies finally. So that was like probably the best part of the movie for me, because
it got awkward after a while.
Nah, fuck all that. I'll stare at boobies as long as, like, I don't care.
Look, it was just it was on there for so long that it's just kind of like, what? It just got awkward.
I may have paused it. I don't know. Maybe I paused it and just made it longer, but so Zarina shows her boobs to one of the Marines and he's like, yeah. And then the doctor lady's like, I wouldn't be excited by that. That's a death sentence on where she comes from. So I guess on her planet, whenever a female shows the breasts, it means that they're sentenced to death or some shit. I don't know. Shit, kill me.
Yeah.
Show me all the titties. Kill me. I don't care.
But I love the Marines who are looking at her boobs and they're just kind of like, nope, that's... Keep going.
yeah. We're trying not to fucking die here, lady. Why are you pulling your honkers out? Like, thank you, but thank you for the motivation, but we're trying not to fucking die. And mind you,
the whole point of even the princess being with the leprechaun is to plot to kill her dad. Yeah. Because her dad gave all his wealth, who's a king, away, and the princess wants all the pretty things and clothing, and the leprechaun is gonna make it happen.
Yeah. Oh, and then we do have a memorable actor in here. Oh my lord, what is his name?
It was the
dude from
beautiful black guy.
Yeah, from Return of the Living Dead.
Who does not age, by the way. Yeah, this gentleman does not age.
Okay, so when this was 96.
Don't crack, they mean it.
Black. This came out in 85, so it was 11 years later. And let me see. Miguel A. Nunez Jr., Spider from Return of the Living Dead, he
still looks good.
And he does, he looked really good in this flick. He did great. I think he's
one of the best actors they had in this movie.
Yeah, definitely. So by far one of the best actors that he had in here, or that was in here. But we've seen him in a bunch of good movies. He was in, like I said, Return of the Living Dead. He was in Friday the 13th Part 5. So he's known for roles that are in these horror genres. I'm sure he's done other films, but I know him from horror movies mostly.
Yeah.
You know.
He's definitely becoming one of my favorite actors when it comes to horror.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah. So do you have anything else you want to say about Act 2 or Act 1 or anything memorable stick out before we move into how big and stupid this thing gets?
No, not at all. I think we've covered majority of it. Yeah.
Okay, so then
Oh wait, I'm sorry. No, we did not. When the Marine leader gets hypnotized, I'm presuming.
oh dude. Okay, so
He
we
starts-
have the
yeah.
leader of the Marines, I guess the I don't
Mind
even
you,
know
the
what he
reason
is.
why they're working for this evil scientist is because they're on a contract.
Yeah, they're on a contract. So they have a contract with this scientist and the Marine leader. See, that's how non-memorable any of these people are. He has like a metal plate. Half of his head is a metal plate and it looks very goofy. But he gets, I guess, hypnotized by the leprechaun and is in drag.
Yep.
And is acting very flamboyant because he's wearing a dress and he's just being very, I don't know, very out of character for what you would expect a badass.
He's putting on a drag show.
Marine. Yeah, and he's basically putting
while
on
trying
a
to
drag
beat
show.
their asses.
Then he tries to kill them, and then they find out that he was in fact not a human; he was a robot.
The entire time,
which makes zero sense if you think about how the fuck did the leprechaun hypnotize this dude? Like if he worked some kind of tech magic or something, okay, cool. I get that. But he's a leprechaun. And he has magic and maybe the magic, I don't know. It just there's so much shit in this movie that just does not make any sense. And there's some of these movies that we watch and I'm like, hey, I had fun. Like Troll 2. I had fun watching that movie. As horrible as that fucking movie was. It's so bad. But it's so good because it's so bad. War of the Worlds, as shitty as that movie was, it still has decent moments in it. Granted, we had fun watching it because it was comical. This was not. There was nothing in here that made me smile and go, "Oh my god, like that was funny," or "Oh my god, that." I don't know, man. I absolutely fucking hated this movie, and I genuinely felt bad for Warwick Davis. Like,
hey, it didn't affect him. His career still continued.
It didn't, but to go through this and have to like just, I'd be ashamed if it was me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do another one. And like I said, he did fucking what, 2 more after this?
And he could have said no.
He could have, but money's money, so.
I genuinely appreciate the types of movie that he chooses to be in, regardless of how big of an actor he is. Maybe he doesn't see how big of an actor he is, but he is absolutely amazing. And he still continues to be in smaller movies or low budget movies.
So we have a total of 7 Leprechaun movies with Warwick. Well, wait, no, 4, 5, 6 with Warwick Davis, and then 2 others that came out in 2014 and 2018 that I don't know. I've never seen them, so I don't know if they have anything to do with the original Leprechaun series or not. This one says Leprechaun Origins, so maybe this is like a origin story and then Leprechaun Returns. But I don't know if they have anything to do with
the graphics on those.
Well, yeah, but you can't be.
It's giving me like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but you can't. As awesome as that looks, you can't be tricked by that because look at this one, Leprechaun Back to the Hood looks like Harry Potter.
It does look like Harry
It looks like a fucking Harry Potter poster.
I mean, he was in Harry Potter, so.
I mean, yeah, but come on. I just hope there's like an awesome rap battle or something in those movies. In there.
Know.
I don't, like I said, I don't know. We got to watch them. But moving along with this dumpster fire. So we're in Act 3 now, and it just goes from what the fuck to what the fuck? Because now as if the urine and the cyborg spider weren't enough, the movie has to get bigger.
Mm-hmm.
When I say bigger, it gets bigger because the leprechaun stumbles into an experimental growth ray and accidentally makes himself a giant fucking leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.
And the CGI is so bad. So it's just a green screen with Warwick Davis superimposed over a miniature set, and it's breathtakingly awful.
Yeah.
So bad. I did laugh. I did laugh because it reminded me of that scene in Thor. Which Thor was it? Where he goes and gets Stormbreaker made, and it's a giant fucking what's his name? From Game of Thrones. The little person from Game of Thrones. Peter. Jesus Christ, what is his name?
I don't know, you're losing me. My pregnancy brain is not helping.
Well, damn it. What is his name? Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's a little person.
Mm-hmm.
And in Thor, I think it's Ragnarok, maybe? Yeah, it's Ragnarok because
Must be funny.
That's when Mjolnir. That's when Mjolnir gets broken. But we see Peter Dinklage as a giant, but he's still a little person, so it looks weird. But that's what this reminded me of. But this was done horribly. The Peter Dinklage thing was done pretty fucking cool. This was done bad. So then we have the trying to fight off the leprechaun and trying to fight off the giant spider. We also have them trying to figure out what the password on the doctor's computer is because the ship's about to self-destruct.
And they need the pods.
They need the password, and they can't figure out what the password is. And of course, the password's wizard. That's the password. Somebody said, you know what? Let's just make it easy as fuck. We're going to make it wizard, and we'll let them wait till the last second.
Yeah.
And the way they figure it out is just dumb. So all that happens, we think that our last surviving Marine, Nunez Jr., we think he dies. He doesn't. He escapes. And then they come to the final battle. It's the final countdown. The final battle is the Marines luring the giant leprechaun towards the airlock. They took that straight from Aliens. They said, you know what? Let's rip off Ripley and let's just do it with the giant leprechaun. And
wait, you're missing one part.
What?
When the gold. Didn't they shrink the gold?
Yeah, but that was at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, he couldn't get his gold.
Yeah, so at the beginning, they shrink his gold, which isn't even a fucking huge plot point because he doesn't really give two shits about his gold in this until he sees it, and they're like, oh my God, they shrunk me gold. This is me gold. But it's not even a big plot point per se. It just introduces the fact that later on, they're going to use this shrink growth ray to make the leprechaun bigger.
Yeah.
So it's not even an important plot point. Every other movie, he wants his fucking gold. This one, he's just like, oh, look, there's me gold. But they blast him out into space, and he explodes into a cloud of green goo. And then we get the final gag of the movie when all the survivors are looking out the window, and you see this giant leprechaun hand just floating across the screen, throwing the middle finger. And I feel like it was supposed to be a funny moment.
I literally sat there going, okay, this is how we're ending the movie.
Yeah, this is how we're ending the fucking movie. And
this is great.
I looked at you and I'm like, I hate you for making me watch this. Like, I've made you watch some bad stuff, but and I love you to death. But I feel like this podcast is going to make me watch so many horrible movies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just over it.
It's okay. I regret starting this podcast.
Yeah, I do. We're only on episode 3 and I regret fucking starting it already.
There's so many crappy movies we have to watch.
And we already have 3 seasons worth of films. People keep giving us more films to watch. I think I started working on season 4 already.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The list is so long, but I'm here for it.
And I feel like we shouldn't even just do seasons. I'm just going to throw them all together and be like, this is what we're watching for the fucking year.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get 52 episodes out of this shit for the year, and these are the 52 shitty fucking movies that we've watched.
We should have watch parties at this point.
I mean, we could, But the movie, I mean, we couldn't do it like online or anything.
No,
but
not
we could have people
online.
come over.
Yeah.
And then we could have them on the podcast and
Mhm.
talk about the shitty experience. Also, Kaylee, we're talking to you, Kaylee. Anthony,
Yes.
get ready for shitty movies because
Oh
if we're
my
going to
God.
your game night, you're coming to our shitty movie nights.
Oh God, it feels so bad.
Yeah. So I don't know. The CGI was bad. It just, I don't know. I feel like it's so bad it makes the movie funnier, I
Mhm.
guess, or does it just make it unwatchable? I'm pretty sure it just makes it unwatchable.
I'd recommend it.
I
It's
wouldn't.
So bad.
No, I would not. I would say don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time. Just stick to the first movie because even Leprechaun 2 is not that good. So,
In conclusion,
take it.
how do you feel about Leprechaun 4?
I hated it. I hated it. I absolutely.
I mean, it is a perfect storm of bad writing, absurd skills, questionable special effects. I liked his special effects though when it came to his face. I'm sorry.
Well, those are
The main
those aren't
character's
really
face.
special effects.
But
Those
when
are,
it comes to the movie aspect of it,
yeah,
caca, poo-poo.
yeah. It's like the lowest, most painful point in the entire franchise.
I didn't appreciate the cringeworthy one-liners. I'm not gonna lie, they were pretty bad. It might just be the lowest, most painful point of the entire franchise, I think. But then again, we haven't seen the other ones.
We haven't, so maybe the other ones are worse, but I don't see how.
Yeah.
Because at least in the Hood, as absurd as that.
There's a second one.
No. But as absurd as that premise is,
Mhm.
at least he's on Earth.
Yeah.
At least he's fucking
makes
with people that are on Earth, not
Mhm.
in space. Like I feel like this in space should have been the last one.
Yeah.
Leave it at that. End it on a shitty note.
Yeah.
And just that's it.
Exactly.
Because at least with, and it's supposed to be the same Leprechaun.
I don't know how you got this body back.
Yeah, I will.
But yeah,
ride
that's what
multiple
makes it
P
fun.
streams.
To hate, review, ruthless, roast, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know. I
This
just feel
movie
like
is cosmic failure.
Yeah, it's a black hole of terrible ideas.
Masterpiece of cringe.
No. Okay, so now we have to rate this. Remember, 1 is not that cringe. 10 is the cringiest shit you've ever seen. For the cringeometer, what do you got?
I'm giving it a 10.
You're giving it a 10?
I'm giving it a 10.
Okay. So I too am giving it a 10 on the cringeometer. So the cringeometer rating for Leprechaun 4 in space is a 10. 10. Woo. I'm not applauding that. You know what I will give it though? Crickets, because what the fuck?
We need a trophy.
Leprechaun's winning so far. It's a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Do not recommend.
Yeah, no.
So, with that being said, honey, is there anything that you want to promote? Is there anything that you want to tell our listeners to go do? Because they'll listen to you. You're hot. So,
It's okay. No. Thank you for being on here. Please give our friends podcast a try. They're phenomenal. We have
50 States of Terror,
50 States of
Recycled
Terror.
Corn.
Yes.
Gore and More, which is a selfless plug because I'm on that show also, but my buddies are on there also.
We have Corpus Christi Originals.
Corpus Christi Originals.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
They really bring light to the people of Corpus Christi. Let's see. Yeah, there's just so many. Anyway, give them a try. They're all fantastic.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, cringeaholics and cringe lovers. Until next time, stay spooky, stay silly, and for the love of all that is holy, stay the fuck out of space.